Following the deadly unrest at the Camp Street prison, the administration announced that it will be giving $100,000 to the families of inmates who perished in the fire to help offset funeral expenses. A good gesture is what some called it, but there are those, including relatives, who think it is not enough, and this opinion has been publicly expressed. President Granger is, however, saying that the monies should not be seen as compensation, but a government's consideration.
This is not a question of compensation, this is a matter of relief. We understand the tragic circumstances under which people died last week, and the government is attempting to assist the widows and the children, but this is an ex gratia payment, it's a one-off payment.
The head of state further stated that the government's main intention was to bring relief to Guyanese citizens and to the families having knowledge of funeral costs. President Granger told media operatives that while the government chose this approach, it was not mandatory for his government.
It's not an obligation on our part, but we want to make sure that children and widows are in no way disadvantaged by the events that occurred.
The bone of contention, however, is that the families believe the government should give them more since their loved ones perished while under the care of the state, an argument that many see as justified. Separately, it was asked of the president whether the recent unrest or naysayers will affect in any way his decision to grant pardons. President Granger is assuring they will not.
We will continue to behave in a legal manner, and I don't think the public should be worried. I get advice based on the nature of the offences which have been committed and on the criteria which I laid down, that those offences are not of violence and they have nothing to do with smuggling cocaine and other serious narcotics.
President Granger said one of the driving forces behind his decision to grant pardons was to ensure that mothers are not separated from their children because of petty offences. George, the president is assuring that a few more mothers will be home with their families for Christmas.